Good morning, everyone. I am John Owen Emiliandes, your reporter, and my first topic is nature and definition of socialization. First, socialization makes it possible for a society to perpetuate itself from the generation to another. It means because of socialization, society preserved from connecting itself to other eras because of social interactionism of human in different generation. For example, the millennial and Gen Z is having conversation and they get both knowledge to each other's stories and life. Second, socialization refers to the lifelong process of learning and relearning move from different stages of growth and development or from one social group to another. It is from Panopio, 1996. So, day by day, we gain knowledge by experiencing new things and learning the past, and by that people we get different informations and ideas from one another, such as in a group, generation, personal and behavioral growth. For example, having an adventure in a place and the tour guide is having its trivia of that place. By that, we can learn new things and relearning the things we know about that place. So third, socialization is a process by which we acquire those modes of thinking, feeling, and acting that we are necessary to participate effectively in a large community. So it means social interaction is important to develop ourselves emotionally and physically, and it is good for us to socialize with one another in a large community so that we can adapt and participate effectively to a society we belong to, such as joining programs that fits you, your personality, your advocacy, or attending an event so that we can get along to each other. Next is socialization is the process by which we acquire social identities and internalize the values and roles of social world. So, by socializing, we can identify the values and roles of the society we live in. For example, knowing, studying the different cultures and place of the society we live in. How does the community move according to their lifestyle and such? So, next is socialization is the process by which a society transmits its cultural values to individuals in order that they can function properly as its members. So it means that by socializing, we can adopt the cultural values that the society we're in. For example, we are migrating in a country. We all know that every country has its different cultures and values. And as a migrant, as a migrant, I used to socialize, and day by day we used to live with it, with their values, with their culture, by adapting their natural culture and values itself. So next is socialization is the process of fitting into an organized way of life. Established cultural action includes the complementary process of transmission of the culture and social heritage and the development of personality. So it means that socialization helps us to develop our personality and behavior according to a society we lived in. By knowing our personal needs and wants, we can determine what society or way of living we want to, or we fit to, and we belong to. So next, socialization is the learning process where the individual acquires a status, plays a corresponding role, and emerge with personality. Social status refers to the social position of a person in a group. We have two types of status: the ascribed status and the achieved status. So first is the ascribed status. So ascribed status is determined by birth, where a person have no choice, like it's like her or his sex and age. It is a status we can control, and it's natural on us, like our gender, our eye color, our race, and our ethnicity. So next is achieved status. It refers to the status which the social person attains through his efforts, intelligence, and choice. And for example, is our work profession, school achievement, our talents, our abilities, and such. So next is social role. Social role refers to the functions, duties, responsibilities, and behavioral expectations attached to the social status. So it is a set and connected to our culture, to our norms, our obligations, and what we believed in. Social role is not permanent. It is changing as like the generation, our sensitivity, modernity, development of the society itself. So our second topic is all about factors that influence personal development. Personality is the byproduct of the socialization process and is largely determined by the interplay of heredity and environment. So first is the biological inheritance of heredity. Heredity refers to the physical and mental change traits transmitted to their offspring through germ plasma. The child inherits the biological or physical structures and mental capacity. So this influence is more on from our parents, physically and mentally influenced. Our physical and how we behave is like the same with our parents because of their genitals, and it is also includes how we are raised and taught by our parents. So number 2 is the environment. Refers to the physical surroundings, both natural and artificial, which affect the growth and development and existence of living organisms. So it means that environment also affects or influence our personal development by adapting the environment we lived in. For example, in province and urban places is different, and by that we are also changing as the environment we lived in. It is influencing us by using natural resources or the equipments were there that made us productive and so on. So the geographic environment refers to nature and all natural resources which affect personal information. So geographic environment deals with all the natural resources that may influence us. It is the living with nature. So next is the cultural environment. Refers to all artificial or man-made environment like buildings, schools, factories, clothing, machines, tools, and other objects made by man. Cultural environment, it is the environment where culture and values are overspreading, such as in an urban places, because the people there were mixed with migrants, with workers, and those who permanently who lives there, and they have their own different perspectives and lifestyles, such as in school, in a workplace, or even the technologies may influence them because of the innovation of their lifestyle on a society. So last is the social environment. Refers to the different social groups and social interactions that takes place into their groups, of which is a person is a participating members. So it is refers to human socialization, man-to-man socialization. By interacting with someone else may also influence us to adopt their social values in a particular place, wherein we adopt their accent, their language, and their actions and such. So, relative roles of heredity. Heredity and environment or nurture and nature interacts in complex ways in forming our social identities. So the relative roles of heredity is the heredity itself and the environment. So first is the heredity. Heredity, it provides the raw materials of the potentialities for growth and personal information, while environment, on the other hand, provides the opportunities, nurturance, and simulations that would determine whether the inherited biological makeup would be developed and stand. And that's all for my topic. I hope you gained some knowledge and informations about the topic that I discussed. So thank you and God bless.